What's up, guys? Excalibur here. Wow. Crazy, crazy Monday. In Kramer, we trust. Love it. Saw nothing but bullish setups over the weekend on Twitter. Everyone turned bullish just because we had this little push up right here. If you guys were in my pre-market show, I really didn't trust it. I didn't really want to go full term bullish until we broke, our squeeze point, which was this pivot. We even had, we didn't break this swing pivot, and then this one definitely. And overall, what I was showing in SPX this morning, the two times we did break those swing highs, we actually lost 13%. But not TA today was definitely news. Was definitely Apple saying they're having a stoppage on the hiring, and then they got sued a little bit after that. But that's just seemed like today was just like a little slow grind up, just like kind of a day that we're waiting for a catalyst. Let's pop up our watch and see what happened over right before open. 3,900 didn't hold. Kind of at open we kind of held it, but you go higher time frame. 3,900 didn't hold there. Came up, couldn't even take it past there. That's your key thing. We couldn't get past this high at open. Over 39.50 was squeeze. I don't know why I'm looking at the small screen. I got a big screen right here. 39.53 is 38.78, which we didn't hit yet. No, we actually did hit 38.78. 38.78 4-hour demand, which was right here. I don't think we caught anything from here. And news does trump TA, so we kind of just blew right through it. Yeah, we kind of like a little tiny bounce here, but pretty much blew right through it. And it was overnight. You want to count your during the day supply and demand's a lot stronger than your overnight supply and demand. And this one was the overnight supply and demand. But yes, we just kept falling. Key level 3,900, 38.55. We kind of had a hiccup there, kind of consolidated there until 38.55, broke below, retested it, and then we had a sell off. NQ, key above was 12.211. 12.201. We couldn't get it. This was my short I called. At 12.122. I sold at 12.1, but I mean that thing would have been $5,000 on NQ. But pretty much this, we kind of a little false breakout a little bit. It's a trend line. Trend lines don't work perfectly. A little false breakout. We couldn't, 12.1 seemed to get lost early on there in the day a couple times. Right open, we kind of lost it. It seems like they're testing it, and that was, that's where you mark up this. You got that 12.1. Look at this, like right here should be a box. You can tell. See how many times they keep bouncing it off of it, and then look, the last time we couldn't break a new high, and then we let it a little tiny bounce, and then just a complete sell. Looking back, 12.1 or 1,200 actually was kind of our squeeze point from the 15th, Friday. We just kind of, actually, we didn't really squeeze over it. We squeezed over it overnight and just fell. So we could tell 1,200. I thought we would kind of hold. We could tell that's where we, this is just a key level. This is what you do on key levels. I do supply and demand, but I also do key levels. So yeah, so you have this beautiful kind of the 1,200, just a little bit under. right there. You know, you keep that box right there. You have that bounce, you break through, and then you retest it pretty much on the next sequence. Pretty good short there. 3-hour demand 12.043, which, you know, with the news didn't really happen. Didn't matter. Was definitely super, super weird with VIX. VIX kind of, today's 18th, yeah, VIX kind of gapped up with the market gapping up. Open kind of still was above, you know, we never got below the close on Friday for VIX, and you can tell it finally eventually pushed. So when you see that, you kind of keep, you know, don't go full bullish when you see VIX not acting like it should be. VIX should be, you know, if the market's green, VIX should be green. I think VIX was 3% and ES was 1% green. Didn't really make any sense. SPY, look where our high was, the 0.5 fib. Isn't that a little coincidence? 0.5 fib from this swing high right here to this swing low. Where'd we hit again? That 0.5 fib. We were able to bounce off this dark pools from yesterday. I'm going to start keeping dates on my dark pools, but this dark pool was from yesterday where we had a little bounce and fell through. Apple was the one that gave that news. I kind of didn't notice the news when it came out, but Apple, I mean, look at that. Just based on TA, look at this beautiful little triangle. I mean, you could play it just on TA and banged. I mean, that was 3% move down on Apple. Apple, I said 150 huge. You could tell once we, here's 150. You could tell once we broke below 150, we kind of fell. 156 supply, which we did not hit. AMD 84.32 supply. 84.32 supply. Where was today's high? High of 84.47. Look at that. 5%, almost 4.5%, 5% drop since hitting that. Look at that. Beautiful. I gave you this, went over it this morning. 80 was key to the upside. We held 80. Take it to supply. Supply. Where do we sell off at? Boom. At a dark pool here, 83 million, and then we continue to sell. Supply. I mean, we'll go over supply. Where did I get that supply from? Where did I get that? I have it marked up. 2-day supply. Go to chart. Here's one supply. We have a huge drop. We actually gap down and drop again. So right here's the supply, but we've already touched it. You know, we dropped, we came up, dropped again. So with this one, I mark off usually with new supply, or if we reject supply, we create new supply. That's how triangles keep getting tighter and tighter, and eventually one's going to break. But look at that beautiful 2-day supply. We sold off almost 20%. As soon as we got up in here, look at that sell off. Beautiful. Amazon, I almost went long in Amazon. Could have made pretty good money going long. This just sold off with the market. Really nothing. Could not get to that 118 key level, but did break that downtrend. Could have been a nice little push up here. Google, I mean, sad. I mean, how many times kind of, you know, Amazon sold off the day after the split. Shopify sold off the day after the split. And what did Google do? Google sold off 2.5% after their split. Meta, super strong. Caught a good 60%. Meta, we have a 4-hour. Let me go ahead and turn extended off because this is not extended. We have a good 4-hour. Get right supply right here with a gap down. So we had a push up and then a gap down. You know, if you do turn on extended, you can tell there's a little bit of consolidation over here. Look at this. consolidation, pops down, shoots up. We had, look at these sell-offs from the zone. It's going to show you something. Beautiful sell-off. I didn't take it from that supply. What I saw, I tell you guys, we'll pop this over here. Go to your tweet deck. Go to Cheddarflow. Cheddarflow. They post dark pool. They post kind of unique order flow, and where we have so right off here, we'll kind of do a sidetrack from Meta, but right off here, puts that open $16 million. All are at or above ask. That should raise some red flags that over $16 million worth of puts, these people paid bank today. IWM usually up there. Tesla call, SPY put, very interesting there. Then we had QQ call, Tesla, trying to find $5.1 million out of the money put, which is interesting. Snap. Where are we? There, Meta. 148. They had a $143 million dark pool. Last week Meta was one of the top people on dark pool. So, looking at the chart, if they're gonna buy down here, they want to sell up here. They sold after that news. I'm not guaranteeing to sell, but if you mark that up on your chart, that came in at about a 148 right here. So since resistance, it's a good time to get in. You could have gotten here, and then you basically could have gotten here too. 169 key level. Since that dark pool, we sold off over 1%, got a good 60% on that one. Right there. Microsoft almost hit my buy. I was watching this. I was looking at was this 45-minute where we had a nice push at open, drop. I really wanted to retrace back into this zone right here and then drop again. Didn't really make it, but from that drop, pretty solid. Kind of like what Amazon did during the day today. Trying to find it. Oh, the 15-minute. So we had kind of like a drop, consolidate, they pushed up, and then you can tell like it's kind of a slow retrace back to this area, and then a strong push up. NVIDIA kind of caught it open. I had to kind of redo my supply and demand. I had a supply, not 100% sure when the supply was, but then I kind of remarked it up where I want to, I like to go to extended, and I kind of look where's this consolidation? Like, I could have had this until drop. We just like consolidated here, and then there comes all the big sell orders. Kind of slow down, big sell orders. So, at first I think we hit my supply here, but my supply was wrong. Made good profit, got stopped out in half. I kept one runner, and then I decided to average it down here when this actually hit the supply, and then AMD also hit supply. And then you can tell from here, 5% drop. Beautiful move. NVIDIA, yeah, 165.19 was my original 2-day, which a 2-day supply is a 2-day supply right here. And this was my original supply. still a good supply as long as we don't break above, or eventually should sell. We had a 20% drop from that area. And then Tesla, we had Tesla supply 750 where it was today's high. Today's high was about 751, 752. That could have been beautiful short right off open. Could have had one short here. Or if we held all day there, but Tesla premiums, I mean, you gotta go like 600 put to actually get like something that's worth it, $300, $400. And then BA, beautiful. BA had news. Don't care. We're looking at BA. Let's look at BA on a weekly. So, just even looking at BA on the weekly, we have consolidation here, drop, sideways, drop. So we had this kind of weekly here that we are in, but, okay, let's just break it down a little bit farther. We go to a 3-day. Look at that beautiful 3-day right here. Drop, doji, drop. Pop this up right here. BA, look at that first thing, popped up. This thing ran like almost over 100%. Six move down. I kind of took it here where I saw a slow pushing with Europe closing. Just decided to take, pretty good money here. But, even though it had great news, you still look for, I love dojis. Love them. Strong sell-off. This is a 3-day, so only like for a week. They agreed on price here, and then sellers came in, pushed it down. So when we get back into there, usually we're going to push it down again. Pretty good day. I'll be back on for pre-market prep again at 8 a.m. And hopefully you guys can join. Get ready for another day, killing it, making our list. We just go through this huge list. Appreciate you guys. If you guys would like and subscribe, be greatly appreciated. Y'all have a great rest of your Monday, and let's get back to it tomorrow.